it's a game where you can lose regardless of how well your practices are going or what kind of form you're in. You can just lose to an opponent that plays better that day. People start to individually start doing and calling things and calming things and making decisions that lead to the round slowly falling apart.
Finesse! Welcome on in, brother. A tough day, unfortunately, once again, and I just hate that we keep meeting like this. It's not, but nonetheless, though, let's go ahead and get into it and get it out of the way, bro. What's up, man?
Yep. I mean, it sucks.
Damn,
It sucks to be in this position, but we put ourselves in this position. Didn't execute the way we should be doing with the talent that we have on this roster. And for me, I personally had a bad game, which sucks. It's very hard to, find any positives right after a game. You kind of have to look back and see what happened. But yeah, not doing too well, but it is what it is.
Damn.
I agree. Yeah, it's tough when you look back on a loss like that, where it was a slow climb, bro, and then into an eventual rise, and then fortunate fall right afterwards too, where so many things just felt so closely and right out of your grasp of your hands, right? Now those I find those can feel the toughest to recover from,
like he's
but
John
we'll see what we can do today.
Like, what the fuck are you guys saying?
Just to go start off too, I remember I was talking to Sam about this, I believe about last week as well too, after 100 Thieves and so on, and one of the biggest things was the idea and the concept of slow starts, right? Has been a big identity of 100 Thieves. I'm sorry, that's been a big identity of NRG, especially when you saw in games like 100 Thieves as well too, right? And so many of the series you played so far. Now I understand it's not the most ideal thing, but it does seem as though that with the slow starts you have, you guys almost tend to scale upwards off of it too. So I was wondering your thoughts on it as well, because I'm not sure it's purposeful. I doubt it is, but it's more so just a trend I've noticed, if anything.
So I think, okay, well, the slow starts do two things. It makes you question your own game plan, and it also kind of gives the momentum to the opponent, regardless of if they're supposed to be better or worse than you are. They feel they're on equal footing the second that we get off to starts like that. I think that hurts us a lot. So obviously it's a huge problem that we've discussed. We've tried to figure out like ways around it. And a lot of it just comes down to our discipline and the things that we need to remember, but for some reason forget when it matters most.
If you're down 5-0, chat, do you change your game plan?
We practice a lot of these protocols, post-plant retakes.
You have to, no?
There's so much that we practice. It's actually unbelievable. And it's some of the best practices I've ever had on any team. But for some reason, it doesn't always show in matches. And I think that's a big thing. And I don't think it has anything to do with people being nervous. I think people are we're just getting stuck between doing too little and doing too much. And I think maybe that has to do with the flow of like the round itself. And I could point out like 4 different rounds just on the first map where which they should have gone our way 100% of the time in every scrim we play. Most of the time they go our way because we just have the discipline to make the correct call in those situations.
So they're not disciplined
every single
on
time
stage.
We overfought or made the wrong decision in terms of where we were going to pivot to. And when that kind of stuff happens and you make those mistakes, you start to kind of question what's going on. Like, why are we doing this and what's happening? And then obviously the opponent builds up ult points, they build up their confidence, they start running their set plays, and we end up playing to the level of our opponent, basically, and give them the momentum to play even better than we did. So
why are you guys all talking about the hairline, bro? The hairline's not even that bad.
I don't even remember your initial question. I'm just venting. It blows because there's nothing
kind of sad to watch, no chat.
Change it afterwards. You're now at a break for 2 months. Obviously, that sucks, but we did it to ourselves. I mean, we lost to Cloud9, a team we should be beating, at least on paper, and then we lost to KRU. So we got to bite that bullet and then focus up on and try to work on the things that we went wrong.
Well, hey, man. I think my question is simply a prompt, and I am all for whatever thoughts you had in your head. And at least, hey, if anything, it makes my job easier, bro. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Should we just skip to 12 minutes? Should we just skip to 12 minutes and go to FNS's KDA part?
All I can do is provide the space for you. Nonetheless, aside from that, though,
no, he's just being like a nice guy.
Allude to it a little bit too, and something that I personally warned about as well. Where that's one thing I've heard pretty consistently off of every single one of your teammates, right?
I need to see this. Is
the practice specifically has been some on what they perhaps wanted to ask you as well too, and a lot of it was on like stuff about changes and calling and so on too, which I felt was like that's all fine and done, and that'll be seen. But one thing that I noticed a trend of was that people constantly just rag on you for, and I've been harping on you for since last year, I remember right, has been like, as you know, has been like your KDA and your ability to perform in games, right? I don't necessarily care about how well you manage to do, right? It's like, but then more so mine is like, do you think just the amount of I find backlash and criticism, or even just memes you get about it too, is it fair?
Yeah, I mean, I compete, and anyone who competes and doesn't perform will get, criticized. And then that might be through memes, that might be through, people just genuinely hating you because they're a fan of the team and they want them to succeed or whatever. That's just gonna happen. And I think I've proven that to me, okay, is more like I don't take it personally because it is what it is. Like I think anyone that's a fan of a team or whatever wants to see them do well, and then when they see a specific player underperforming, they're going to say something about that player, whether that's like, oh, cut them or find someone else, whatever.
Damn.
And I think that those are I think that's pretty normal. I don't take like, it sucks to see, but I mean, what am I going to do about it, right? Just got to play better. So
Facts.
like I said, there's no
W.
excuses to be made
W,
for
just gotta
example,
play
my
better.
performance today. Just couldn't get into it at all. And that's just on me. So can't really blame anyone else except you. And I think that's the other thing I love about competing is at the end of the day, it is on you. And if you play poorly, then it's going to reflect and you're going to get shit for it. So, for example, even last week, Bustio had a bad game versus us. So he got shit on.
Yeah.
And the same thing's going to happen to me. And I think that's honest. I don't even know if I don't know if it's warranted, but it's definitely something that I expect to happen. I think the game is at a level where like people are going to have their opinions and it is what it is. But most of the time they're not even wrong. Like I shouldn't be playing that badly. I definitely shouldn't
minus 30
you know,
definitely insane. But
be putting myself and my team in the position to be able to play that bad. So yeah, no real excuses there. Just got to be better.
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, you're not bad at the game. I remember was it like 4 days ago, bro?
Okay, what is Ravish
you on
saying
heater?
right now?
You top fragging? It was...
I think it's more so just how the game goes. I think every game is its own story, and sometimes the games don't go in the way in the direction that is ideal for specific players. For example, Sam was having a slow Haven, and he's an insane Haven player.
This guy's like, you're not dog shit, bro.
That's just gonna happen. It's just like I said, it's the beauty and the curse of the game. It's just gonna be like that sometimes. And for me, I guess as an IGL or not, it's something that I need to work on. Like I can't have those kinds of games. Period. There's no excuse for it, and I just gotta find a better routine or whatever to be more consistent as an individual, even when things aren't going our way.
Damn.
But yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
And finally, do you miss having so many lights and like just people and just everything kind of be pointing at you? Like back when you used to play on like CLG and then TSM and then
what? Nobody thought CLG was gonna win in CS:GO.
CLG again at the next. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry. Do you miss like kind of like not necessarily having every light and eye on you?
Oh, that's what he meant. Oh, I was about to say like he asked like the question's so wrong.
Whenever you play.
Like the underdog thing.
Yeah.
Like your team doesn't have as high expectations. Yeah, that's the easiest.
Why are you guys calling me a dumbass? He's the one who fucked up the question, dumbass.
I mean, you're always gonna miss that because you have nothing to lose when you play those games, and you have no expectations. Like people just expect you to lose, so you're just. It's always you're trying to prove something every day.
Let's just read the comments. I feel like the comments will hit more. Like, did you guys like this interview? Everyone's asking FNS, are you okay? But no one ever says FNS, it's okay. Damn. Wow. Oh, well, positive comments. I guess the only people who are toxic is my Twitch chat. Wow. Yeah, I mean, chat. Do you guys feel bad after watching this interview? Like, man, I feel sad for Pujon. I'm not gonna lie. Like, damn, bro, shit's kind of sad.